All right, let's talk just Raiders offense in general. I was trying to, I wanted to have another Ashton Genty video, but he only had 4 snaps, so I couldn't really even justify a short video for that. But then I figured, hey, they played their starters for a series. Let's just talk about how this series went. So I have a couple of Genty video plays and then a handful of just other Raiders plays. Let's jump into it. Let's start off with the play you see on your screen. So I noticed this a couple times of Ashton Genty, which I found kind of interesting. So it's going to be, this appears to be a designed run towards the left. I'm not in the huddle. I'm not on the coaching staff. I can't say for certain, but he's going to take the handoff to the left. The blocking seems to be to the left. Even you see the unblocked player is a linebacker towards the offense's right. So you assume this is what we call a strong side run because that's where the tight end is on the field. Genty is going to take this ball and very quickly move towards the weak side, towards away from the tight end. Now, maybe that was designed and maybe they just did this to try and fool the defenders, but ultimately there is a linebacker who can run in and try to make a tackle in that gap. As you see, he comes in and makes the play. Now, Genty didn't do this just to be weird, right? He did this because he didn't love the gaps that was towards the left. It's very interesting because I think compare him to Josh Jacobs. Jacobs would never do this. Jacobs was always just going through the gap that he should go through. Granted, Genty probably did this a lot in college because he could get around players and make things work. So I do wonder if the coaching staff is going to make him try to pull him back a little bit. Personally, I don't. I think let's see if he can make this work. If it starts to become an issue, then we can try and pull him back and try to get him to just run through the assignment and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's very interesting. Because like this one's another one where this was a little later in the drive. You have this going to be a designed run all the way to the offense's right on a play like this. So that's the way this is supposed to work. Gino Smith takes the snap, hands it off to Genty, and he's going to cut more over the middle, which is how you run this concept. Is you kind of just go make your read from right all the way over. If there isn't an opportunity to run through, then you want to cut back more over the middle. You see a Cardinals player is in position though, so if you try and go in that direction, well, you have to deal with him. Well, here is why I'm kind of cool with letting Genty try these types of things and move around. Watch him just run over that defensive back. Unfortunately, there was another a defensive lineman in the area to make the tackle, but again, he can do this stuff. He can beat people one-on-one, even at the NFL level. So, I don't know. I don't have any major takeaways from this. I just found it to be pretty interesting. You also see over here, it's a 3rd down and 9. So this is, we're done with the Genty stuff. Let's talk some passing stuff. This is interesting. So you have a receiver who's going to try and get right at the 1st down marker here on a 3rd down and 9. Makes sense. That's what you need to get, right? First off, this is Dante Thornton Jr., who clearly they like. I mean, they've been spending a lot of focus on him in this, in the preseason. Clearly, Gino Smith and him have some kind of connection here. You see when this play begins, you have him trying to clear up some space. Smith wanted to wait and make sure it got open instead of just throwing early. And there's a debate as to what the right call is there, right? Do you want to throw with anticipation? Do you want to wait a little bit? But what's been just interesting with these two is how they've kind of been able to get the chemistry mostly down, for the most part. Like, I thought week 1, they weren't quite there yet. Now it seems like they kind of have it down. Watch as this throw, it's weird. That was actually ruled a gain of 10 on a 3rd and 9. It definitely wasn't a gain of 10. It looked to me like they were maybe like a half yard short from this. Sometimes angles are tough. They gave him the 1st down. It was close. There's also defensive pass interference, so they got the 1st down anyway. But, I wonder if they would have challenged it and maybe had it, a 4th and 1. But it's still, hey, 4th and 1 gives you an opportunity, right? 4th and 9, you have to punt. So still good stuff. Also, something like this, I think Gino Smith is really underrated at this, actually, where no need to really break the play down. Gino takes the snap. He's going to run a play action. Quickly doesn't love what he sees. Actually, his receiver fell down. But watch him just gain some extra time, right? You see a kind of spin move type thing, but he's still keeping his eyes downfield, and he's getting himself outside the pocket. So if he has to throw the ball away, he will. But instead, he's going to find Michael Mayer, who also does some good work not wanting to go down. It's been interesting how, they've used Mayer a good deal. I think they like his blocking and his versatility, even though, of course, Brock Bowers is, amazing when it comes to, receiving and stuff. But either way, you're seeing Gino Smith be able to make things happen, be a good playmaker, which, again, the Raiders just didn't have a ton of last year. And also, we got to talk about this. We're always talking about chemistry of Dante Thornton here. This one was the clear example. One-on-one matchup on the outside. Let's go for a touchdown here. Why not? Smith takes the snap. He is going to look in Thornton's direction. He fires. He's going for a back shoulder throw. But this Arizona Cardinals defender is kind of all over this. Like, he's got his head mostly turned around, going to try and knock it away, but he kind of just can't quite get it. And Thornton, great, just concentration to be able to be the one to grab it. I'll show the other angle just because that gives you a better, clear example of what exactly happened there. But that's really strong connection by those two guys right there. So yeah, some fun stuff here if you're a Raiders fan. Again, nothing, no one's saying we're going to the Super Bowl off of this, right? But still, I think a very fun performance by this group of guys. But yeah, those are my thoughts on all of this. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.